Honor suicide. The term suicide refers to when someone takes their own life due to certain reasons. These reasons could be because of a loss of money, heartbreak, or school, but there can be many other reasons. In this group, there is a type of suicide known as honor suicide, which is suicide committed to save honor. It's important to note that honor suicide and regular suicide are not the same in terms of what suicide is, and they are very different. For example, regular suicide is when a person lacks the will to live or has nothing to live for. On the other hand, honor suicide is when someone has done a shameful act and displeases their family or themselves in a way of honor. Starting in the 12th century, to avoid being captured, Japanese soldiers would stab themselves in the chest. This would be able to protect their honor and also not have to deal with the struggles of being captured. This type of suicide would unfortunately resurface in World War II, committed by many different people, not only from Japan. This type of suicide can be public or in private. For example, Yukio Mishima stabbed himself in protest. Yukio Mishima is also the last person recorded to commit seppuku, aka what the honor suicide was called in Japan at the time. However, nowadays, people usually commit honor suicide due to a mental illness. Depression, occupation, relationship, and crime-related all cause honor suicide. There are many reasons why someone may do it. An example of this is heartbreak. A person might feel as if they have failed their partner in terms of relationship, which means that they feel as if they have not lived up to their job as a partner. So they will commit honor suicide in order to take away this type of guilt. Honor suicide compared from 12th century to 21st centuries are very different. There's things such as honor, family, failing in battle, and guilt, and failing family or a partner. But it doesn't matter when on the timeline honor suicide happened. What matters is that honor suicide still exists to this day, which causes so many problems for so many children. We need to stop the pressure. Places like Japan, who have this type of honor suicide ingrained in their culture, will think it is normalized. Although it may be normalized in a culture, it doesn't mean it's okay. Unfortunately, this will cause cultural tension, as depending on what culture it is, they will view honor suicide differently, whether they think it is a sin or is it okay. This will mean that some cultures will view other countries differently based on whether they think honor suicide is good or bad. Unfortunately, there are a lot of cultures in Asia who still support honor suicide, and there's no way to prevent this, but by spreading awareness, we can help more people learn that it is okay to live with guilt.